Hey everybody, it's MrS. I'm here to read you guys a very special story. It's called Too Many Toys. What part of the book is this? The front cover? Yeah. And this is the spine. This is the back cover. Who writes the book? The author. And who does the pictures? The illustrator. And another part of the book that I have started mentioning is, what are these called? These are called the pages. And the pages tell a story. So let's go ahead and dive into this book. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom and piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed. They spilled down the stairs and into the living room. Wow, he has a lot of toys. He can't even walk on the floor. He had big toys in the backyard and little toys in the bathtub. So he has lots and lots of toys. Look at that. Big toys, little toys. The toys are everywhere. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pull toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles, board games, and talking books that fueled his mind. And loud, jumpy, frenzied video games that fried it. Whoa, his brain was fried from all the video games he played. There's so many toys. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. That's a lot of toys. You can make him go from one side of the house all the way to the other side. He had a fleet of planes, trains, and toy boats, and a convoy of miniature trucks and cars. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course, his mom and dad did, but so did Grandma Bobo and Poppy and Granddaddy and Auntie Mim and Uncle Fred and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the 4th of July, and his birthday. He also got toys from all his friends on his birthday and their birthdays too when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thru with his kid burger, and at school for having lots of peace person points, and at the dentist and the doctor when he didn't squirm. So he gets toys everywhere. Everyone gives him toys. That's a lot of toys. They were becoming a household hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece in your bare feet or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. You can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars if you're carrying a load of laundry. One day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all the toys. "Spencer," she yelled on her way up the stairs, "you have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. Then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." "That's a catastrophe. Pick out which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love all of them," Spencer cried. Look at his face. Look at Spencer. He looks very worried. "All right," his mother said, "I'll help you." She picked up an alien space ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with him in years." "But I was just about to." Spencer, his mother said. It doesn't even have a head. I'm making him a new one, Spencer replied. Fine, said Spencer's mother, but this can definitely go. She put down the alien and picked up a filthy one-eared bunny. Not Mr. Fluffer's, Mom. How could you? This one then, she said. That's Mr. Fluffer's best friend. This one? Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that on my fourth birthday, and I'll never be four again, ever. Oh, please, Spencer, said his mother, rolling her eyes. Don't be so dramatic. Okay, she said, you can keep that one, but I'm giving away this pig and Johnny Choo Choo. Tell you what, countered Spencer, I'll let you have the pig, but I get Johnny Choo Choo. What are you, a lawyer now? Asked Spencer's mother. Can you keep Johnny Choo Choo? But the cow goes on in the box. 2. Deal? How about 2 glitchamogomies instead, said Spencer, and I'll throw in a little pepper of your choice. How about all of them go in the box and you don't watch TV for a week? Spencer decided it was in his best interest to agree. Deal. Finally, some toys in the box, sighed Spencer's mother. I had no idea this would be so much work. Look at our lawyer. He's sitting there and he's got his briefcase. She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate that bellowed, Arr, veste, scurvia, scurvia, Here's another one you can do without, she said. No problem, said Spencer. His mother nearly fell over. What? You're gonna give up just like that? Sure, Spencer replied. That's Dad's. Haha, he's giving away his dad's toys. So Spencer and his mom went through every toy box and looked in every closet and every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished, and his mother had a cup of hot tea and a short rest. Then she went upstairs to begin loading the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys all ready to go, she saw a big, messy pile of toys all over the floor. Spencer, she screamed, what have you done? We had a deal. You're right, Mom, Spencer called from his bedroom. I do have too many toys, but we can't get away with this box. It's the best toy ever. So, what did we learn? Well, a lot of things. First, having too many toys. Well, unless you're going to play with all of them, we don't need all the toys. And sometimes when the toys break and we don't need them anymore, it's better to give them away or throw them away or recycle them in some other way. So we don't need to keep all of our toys, especially if they're not working the way they should work, unless we can find a new way to use the toy and recycle it. So Spencer learned that he could give some of his toys away, and he also learned that if he uses a box, something that's not a toy, he can create a toy out of it, just like he did here. Alright friends, thank you very much.
Hey friends, it's MrS and I'm back again. This time I'm gonna read a book called Where the Wild Things Are. But don't worry, it's not that scary. It's actually really fun. So we're gonna find out where the wild things are. But first, before we do, we have to do what we always do. What part of the book is this? The front cover, exactly. What part of the book is this? The spine, remember it holds the book together really tight? What part of the book is this? The back cover. Great job. See, you knew all the parts. Aren't you so proud of yourself? And who wrote the story? The author. Excellent. And who does the pictures? The illustrator. Well, for this book, the pictures or the The illustrations and the story were done by Marcy Sendak. Here we go. Where the wild things are. Dun dun dun. Alright. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. So look at he's using a hammer and nails. That doesn't look very safe, and his parents aren't around either. And another. The poor dog, he's chasing his dog around. That's not very nice. His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without anything to eat. That very night, Max's room grew into a forest. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world around him. And an ocean tumbled by with the private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. There's one of the wild things, you see it? And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. They gnarled their terrible teeth. They gnashed them. And rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Oh, man. Woo. But do you think Max was scared? Till Max said, be still, and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called them the most wild thing of all. Look at all their eyes, they're frightened and scared of him. And they said he was the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. So now they're all worshiping him. So they jumped around. Look, what do you think they're doing? Jumping, howling at the moon. Now they're climbing around on trees, swinging around. Wow, look at that. Max is even riding on the back of one of them. You see that? Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where somebody loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being the king of where the wild things are. Look how tired all the wild things look. They had a very busy day. But the wild things cried, oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. And Max said, no. The wild things roared their terrible roars. They gnashed their terrible teeth. And they rolled their terrible eyes. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. So, That was a very interesting story, right? Our friend Max, he wasn't being very nice with his dog and his mom. And then what happened? He went to go see the wild things. But you know what? He missed his mom. And just like our book David, even though the mom was very angry at the end, she still gave him his supper, right? Because she still loves him. So sometimes even when we are very upset and our parents are upset with us, remember they still love us. And that's what matters, okay? Okay, friends, thanks a lot for staying in and listening. See you guys later.